Hey there, it's Sunday. I'm in a good mood. Gonna work on making faces that you can talk to. Let me demo what I got done yesterday, which I'm pretty happy about. Okay, so here's the Wisp web app. This particular screen of Wisp is for recording audio. Now, I'll just do a little bit of a backup demo and show the functionality better. So let's say I'm a voice actor and I want to record this line here. I select it. I do record selected. Okay, let's go. You can't silence me. You can't silence me. You can't silence me. Alright, so there's 4 takes there. They've all popped up here as little square boxes, numbered. You can't silence me. Okay, this second one. You can't. That one I know is garbage, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to drag it to this delete. It's gone, right? You can't silence me. Alright, then say I like number 2. Say I like number 1 the best. I drag it over to finalize. Okay. Then it gives me some cleanup tasks before we finalize it entirely. And by finalize, that means this is going to be the take that's used in the interactive scene with the character speaking. Okay, so here I've got the wave audio. You can't silence me. And it's got a lot of quietness at the beginning. But if I bring this in like that, and then let's pull the end slider over here. Let's test this out again. You can't silence me. Now I still hear a squeak, and I think maybe can I start a little bit later and get rid of it? You can't silence me. I can. So this little dialogue here lets me select the range of audio that I want to use. So after I'm done with that, I click next. It's going to go to this stub dialog, which doesn't do anything quite yet, but after today it will. I already have some code that will listen to that audio and find automatically how it should be animated, or how lips should be animated to match the audio. And I already have some code that will save that information inside of a WAV file so that it can be reopened later, and it can just be distributed with a normal WAV file. So really this session is about hooking up this screen to that code and having it be performed automatically, saving the results back to the database. I'm using IndexedDB, which is browser persistent storage. And so that might take me a few hours, but that's what I'm going to work on today. I did see one more thing I wanted to do. So if, also like over here, like this, you can't silence me. Right. So it's got that stuff there. Let's see. The other thing I want to do should be pretty quick and simple. I'll take it almost as a warm-up exercise. When I click test, you can't silence me. I would like a play needle to go over the top of this and show the current point where I'm playing at. And that'll make it easier for me to correlate the audio and the first point where speech is. And I already have some code to display it. I just need to update a little bit. You can't silence me. Alright, so let's do that first before I move on to the lip animation stuff. So inside of my trim speech dialog, this is a React web app. I've got this waveform visualizer, and it takes a needle sample number. So if I pass a value to this, it will cause a needle to be shown. So if I say, I don't know, let's do 1,000. Come back to this screen. So there is a needle shown right here. That kind of wide orange thing there. It'll be more clear what it is once it's animated. It's not too hard to animate. Let's do some more state variables. How does it know? How the fuck does it know? Copilot, it's amazing. Yeah, I was going to write useState is plain. Okay. See if it knows the next one I'm going to do. Could it be the needle position? Could it be the needle position? Let's see. No. Okay. Needle position. Okay. But I'll abbreviate to pause. Okay, you do the rest. There you go. But let's make it possible for it to be null, because null means don't show a needle. At least for my waveform visualizer component. And I could use consistent naming there. It's also more explicit, telling me what unit this is in so I don't get mixed up with time or percentage of completion. Okay, so the other thing I need is when it's plain, on play trimmed wave. Okay, let's pass in set is plain. Then I gotta think about this. There's gonna be some kind of update function. Maybe I can keep the update function all inside of here. That might be the best way to do it. So I could say use effect is plain. Okay, if not as plain, we return. Otherwise, let me think what I want to do here. Sometimes I wish Copilot would be quiet, so let me just turn it off for a moment. There we go. I'll need some kind of timer. And let's not make it an interval. Let's just make it a timer. So we'll say const timer equals set timeout. Let's also do audio buffer. I don't think I actually turned off Copilot. I forget the combination of keys to use, I guess. Okay, sometimes I just don't want it. Just stop. What is it? Tools. GitHub Copilot is disable yeah, it's the one where you gotta press like all the modifiers in Duo. So let's see. Shift, Option, Command. Oh, are you off? Okay, fine. Okay, so I want it to set a new needle pause. The other piece of information I need is when it started playing. Const start play time. Oh, I turned off Copilot. Okay, come back. There we go. Okay, and when it starts playing, I need to set the start play time, so I'll have that do that. Okay. Const elapsed equals date now minus, yeah, I guess I also have to do this here as well. Okay. And we say, what do I need? I need the sample number. So the next needle sample number will be equal to, let's see how you do. Elapsed divided by 1,000. Nah, it's going to be elapsed divided by the sample or the audio buffer duration. That's time. Duration, but this is a different value. That's the first one's milliseconds, and the second one is seconds. So let's just make them the same unit here. Okay, so this is the ratio of completion. We want to multiply it by the number of samples, which is going to be the audio buffer length. Then let's call set needle sample pos, and yes, it'll be that. Okay, so that's all good. I think this is correct. I need to also, I need to return a cleanup for the timer in case the component unmounts, and then I want this function to not be called later if the component was unmounted, because all the variables inside of here wouldn't be present. So that's why it's important to return this clear timeout. You don't want the function to get called later when you're not in any kind of state to do anything with it. All right, that seems all correct to me. The next thing is to implement these changes. So let's go into this function. What's the thing to just go to it? Go to the definition of it. Go to declaration. Okay, there we go. Oh, I should remember the hotkey for that for the future. Okay. All right, these are both functions. Okay, start play time is going to be now. Let's do it after this. Set as plain is true. That way, if this throws an exception, then these won't get called. They won't change the state. Okay, so back to what? Trim speech dialog? Oh, I thought this would be in a different file. It's in the same file. Okay. So then, this might work. Let's try it out. Let's see if we get a needle. Feels like I'm forgetting something, but...
You can't silence me.
Looks like it got the first one. And then after that, yeah.
You can't silence me.
What's going on with that?
You can't silence me.
I can silence you by not playing anything. Okay, so it did something. One thing is the hot reload might not have put it in the right state, so let's bring it in fresh.
You can't silence me.
I think I saw more than one frame there. Oh, I know why. I forgot to call set timeout in the function. Okay, got it. Let's call this const update needle. And then we will do I missed a lot of stuff here. Boy, I missed a ton of stuff. Let's fix this. This is garbage. Okay, let's just put all this in here. And then, yeah, I can also simplify this quite a bit. Let's do let timer. Okay, let timer. Let's do it this way. Bounce timer, set timeout, and then this will be update needle, and this will be, let's see, what duration makes sense. 10 times a second is pretty good. 100 milliseconds, that's not bad. That's a pretty good value, actually. Okay, so if I do that, and we return, let's see, I guess I want this to be let timer equals timer, what's it, JSX timer, I think. No, come on. What are you returning? Node.js timeout. Okay, Node.js timeout. We'll say or null, and then we'll start out as null. And we'll set this here. And let's see, return. Let's say if timer. I think this is not quite correct though. I think this is not quite correct. Okay. But I just want to get this part done first. Okay. So what will this do? It's going to call this, just return if it stopped playing. I'm also going to need to write some code that stops it playing. That occurs to me as well. Let's also clamp this thing to the end. That's interesting. I could set is playing false here. That's a pretty easy way to do it. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, let me think about this other part down here. Timer has to return, or have to return something that says let's clear the timer. The issue I've got is if this function gets called, it will set the timer, but the first time through, the timer will be null, and that's what will get returned here, a function that says if null, then clear the timeout. So if that's how I've got it here, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where it actually cleans up the timer. I thought about returning this cleanup thing from this function, but this is not related at all to the use effect. This is just an anonymous function. Well, it's not an anonymous function. It's actually a named function, but this is just a function called by set timeout. So returning anything from this isn't going to affect the use effect cleanup. So this makes me think, can I do something like create a timer or timeout and reuse it? I don't think so. Let's see. JS reuse timeout or reset, yeah. Well, so maybe the trick is, geez, I don't know. It's hard to untangle this, to be honest. I think I've written code like this that just worked, and it may have become a superstition to me to return that, even though I don't see any case where it's actually going to be returning a timer value that's set. So I'm going to see if I can get rid of a superstition. And then let's just see if I truly need that. Because maybe I was mistaken in the first place that I need to do that. If this function gets called after unmount, will it actually do anything bad? Let's see, while I'm at it, do I even need the timer if I'm not going to do anything with it? I don't think I do. Okay. All right, so all that. Let's add the dependencies in for the setters. Thank you, Copilot. That's pretty good. All right.
You can't silence me.
Okay, that is my dorky voice. That looks...
You can't silence me.
A little chunky. Let me see if I can get something that looks nicer by decreasing the timeout value.
You can't silence me.
No, I think it's rendering slow because I never cached the rendering of these wave lines. I just drew them out every single time to the canvas, and that's pretty fast, but it's not 20 frames a second fast. But I don't see a lot of incentive to fuck with that for me. All right. So I think I got the first little task done.
You can't silence me.
So if I go to a different screen, I'm looking for console errors down here. And there are some console errors, but they're not related to what I was working on. I know what these are. There's actually a bug in this WAV file library. There's an open issue for it. Certain properties inside of the, or certain data values inside of the WAV files cause it to have this error. I'm curious if there's any update on that. Let's go check real quick. npm wave file I was just about to say that that this person hasn't been too vocal around the issues, hasn't been too active. And I noticed this little thing up at the top here. Maybe he's got a real good excuse. Maybe he's got a real good excuse. Actually, he wouldn't need that for a good excuse. A good excuse is just, my God, I released an open source library and everybody keeps on expecting me to maintain and fix bugs forever. Anyways, let's go see what we got here. At least I can help by responding. I'm getting off on too many tangents. Let's move on. Okay, so the animation. So now we're passing the audio buffer. So it's a totally different dialogue. No, that's not what we would do. Okay, so we'll say progress percent. I'll just pass this like that. Okay, use effect. And then I think the way to do this is make a prediction of how long it will take. Okay. So I think there is something like the main speech recognition task that is involved is going to take about as long as just playing the audio. If not is open or not. Audio buffer return, okay. What? Oh. Okay, so we set those two, then have to start yeah, let's start lip animation generation, and then don't need all that stuff. Or just generate lip animation. And here I'm going to set progress percent to 100. Yeah, okay. I've got to go back to this article I wrote, because that one thing about cleaning up the timer is messing with me. So I already wrote like my own instructions on how to do this, which is a weird thing. Let's go to Medium. Eric Hermanson. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Okay. I see. So here I had the timer in the use effect. This is actually a pretty good way to do it. Like a past version of me was more rigorous about this stuff, and I should pay attention to that past version of me. Oh, it's much better than what I did. Okay. So how would this work? We say, first off, let's just hide all this stuff for a moment and go back to my trim speech dialog, and then let's have the use effect here be the needle position changing. And that last thing worked, even though I got qualms with it, so let's just comment it out in case I need to reference it. Okay, use effect. needle sample pass. So at least that. Let's say const timer equals set timer. What is set timeout? And inside of here, so if not is playing or not audio buffer, we just return. Right, okay, now we're getting somewhere. And then return the clear timeout timer. So every time this gets called, it's going to set a new timeout. Then I'm returning the timer. So that's the correct way to do it. Or at least a correct way to do it. Whereas this, I just don't know. There's probably going to be a race condition around the timeout. Call it superstition, but it does have some basis in fact. The thing I was doing before that was wrong was passing a null timer or having a null timer in the clear timeout. So let's make sure that I didn't screw something up there.
Five.
I screwed something up there. Set timeout. Okay, here's what could happen. It says, oh, no, just return. So don't do anything. So that means the needle position wouldn't get updated later. Well, there are some other dependencies here that I need to put anyways. And if I add those, that will cause this to be called again. Playing start play time. I'm a little sensitive to the idea that this might cause multiple timers. And I really just want one. How did I fix it here? I think part of my thing was just set the frame though. Yeah, that was my deal. That was my deal. I just said, just don't have a ton of dependencies here. Just have the frame number. Okay. So now frame no. Here. Frame interval. let's do 1000 by 20. Okay, so if I do that, then I can just do some calculations down here. We'll just say, okay, const needle sample pos equals, don't even need this in state anymore. Let's take this out. So needle sample pos equal is plain, and then it's going to be, let's see, is plain and audio buffer. And in that case, I think let's encapsulate this a little bit. Calc needle sample. No. Needle sample pos. It's going to come from audio buffer and start time. Start playtime. Okay. Then we take this and put that in that same function. So get rid of all this. Don't need that. Don't need any of that. Need the start time. If not, yeah. I'm gonna just throw unexpected. Okay. Start playtime. Okay, then we just return this. Actually, I can return null here. Since I've got that check for audio buffer inside of here, I might as well just pass it through. Okay. Okay, the last thing I'm missing is the cleanup when the wave is done playing. I know a more direct way to handle it. So I've got this on play trimmed WAV, set start play time, set is playing. I can write a handler inside of there that will call these two. Okay, on play trimmed wave. Play audio buffer range and one more param. So web audio. Yeah, unended, whatever this is. Just tell me, is it just I see. So or I can ignore this. I don't have to pass something that actually takes this. Yeah. Yeah, that basically. Okay. So I should clean that up. Let's see if I've solved this.
Five. 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 Five.
I just didn't enunciate very clearly.
Five.
Okay. Let's find a longer recording so I can test with that. Let's record that. You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good. You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good. You can see it sloshing, but don't worry, I sealed it up good. Okay. So let's take this guy, move it over here. You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good. Now, if I want it to be any smoother than that, I have to buffer the rendering of the wave, which I may do at some point in the future. But that's what's making it do like maybe 4 frames per second. You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good. You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good. Arguably, I will need to do that just for that play needle to have value. I sealed it up good. I sealed it up good. Oh, that's something to take into account. So the position is from the starting point. So I'm showing I sealed it up good. The needle over here, but the needle really begins here. Okay, let's fix that. So let's start playtime, and then it's going to also be start percent number. And start percent number is going to be, I got to convert it to time. Start, no, that's, okay, that's a time. Trim start time equals that, and then that'll be measured in seconds. Is that true? Yeah, it is. Okay. So elapsed divided by trim start time. No. Trim start time plus elapsed. And let's take care to clip it. Let sample pos equals if sample pos greater than equal, then equals audio buffer length minus 1, yes. And then return the sample pass. Okay. Okay, this guy needs to pass in also start value. Okay, cool. Let's try this again.
You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good.
Okay, so if I bring this out to here, cool.
You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good. You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good.
Okay, that's definitely an improvement. Do I want to add something to that waveform visualizer? To make a copy of the render? This is the thing that takes the most time. But it could just be copied into a bitmap. Let's just make a to-do note. To-do. Draw samples. Should output to an image bitmap that is cached, and then have use effect to more and resize events, invalidate the cache, use effect, samples. This is needed to get good performance on rendering, particularly when showing needle movement over time. Some of the rendering you see as barely acceptable on your dev machine is going to be cringe on slow machines. Alright, so I won't spend any more time on that. I'm just leaving myself a love letter for the future. Let's move back to the animation. All right, I just sent a quick text there. Okay, generate lip animation. Okay, there is something that I already wrote that should do something for this. It's a whole different screen. Okay. So this is what I wrote before. All right, so have the audio buffer right at the beginning already. Don't need that. Okay, so that. I don't really want the lips text so much as I want the events. So do I have a method for that? Let's go to SO Web Speech. Let's see what it actually can do. Well, I could take the text that's generated and then run that through a different function to get the lips events. But let's see, what else do I need here? I need to call init. Or am I passing something in? Oh, there's init. Okay, so we'll call init. Would let that come back. Yeah, okay, so wait for init, then call this close. Okay. Okay, load libs from text. That'll give me all my events. To start out, maybe just console log the libs text, make sure this works. And then that, later on, I want to yeah, basically what Copilot just suggested. Okay. Okay, so what else? I need something to update the progress complete on this. And that means another use effect that just updates for animation. So let's go back to the trim speech dialog, and I'll just copy that over. So what I found is that, and I keep forgetting this is the way to do it, like to not get in some weird dependency hell, is you just have one use effect that only updates a frame number. That's all it does, and it'll cause a regular re-render, which is not a bad way to handle it. Too much stuff in here. Let's just let's see. Progress percent. Does that really need to be a... No, it doesn't need to be this. Let's get rid of that. Don't need it. We can call onComplete. To do pass libs events. Yeah, I guess that's what I need to do. OnComplete. Yeah, that'll be the way to do it. Might as well pass the audio buffer too. But I can come back to that. Progress complete is going to be calc progress complete. We're going to pass in start time. Yeah, predicted duration. There you go. And I guess function calc progress complete, start time, predicted duration. Okay, start time is going to be in milliseconds. So let's divide that by 1,000. And let's return just, let's see, return elapsed greater than predicted duration, and I'll just do 99%. do that annoying thing that progress bars do all over the world where their prediction about how long it was going to take is wrong. And they just kind of wait at that last step until the operation actually finishes. Okay, frame interval. This I can delete. Progress complete. Okay. I think I could try this out. All right, let's get this in good shape.
You can see it sloshing, but don't worry, I sealed it up good.
Okay. That wasn't bad. Here's the generate events in the console log down here. Oh, I can see I should size this for broadcast. Is that a little bit more? Yeah, a little more. Does that work? Yes, close enough. Okay. You can see, yeah, it's picking out like the ones that correspond better to lip animations, La Sheen, but Slosh. Oh, this is a B. That was not a great guess. But don't worry. I and then did an M, which is gonna be off. I'm sealed. Oh, good. That would produce like pretty decent lip animation. Not fantastic. There's a couple of M's in there that I would rather weren't there, or a B and an M, which is going to have the closed mouth lip animation frame, but not bad at all, especially for a line that I mumbled pretty fast.
You can see it sloshing, but don't worry, I sealed it up good.
Oh, except, you know what? I went off script a little bit. I said, so that stutter was actually picked up correctly. Huh, okay. So that was actually a pretty good animation timing thing. So the next thing would be, let's pass that timing event in the modified audio buffer. And then we'll have the finalization and storage of the data be handled. Okay. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. And do I need to pass audio buffer? Because I've already got it set in state in the screen. Let's just pass the lips events. Okay, so we'll return this back from the promise. Oh. There we go. So then down below, we get our lips event. And you just update your friggin' dictionary like I've asked you so many times. Because lips is a real word to me. Alright, whatever. And let's be concise. Yeah, freaking save it. Save it. Like I asked you too many times. And you keep forgetting. I don't know why. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try it again.
You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good. You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good.
There's a weird point right at the end where it does that vertical animation. My prediction on the time is pretty good, but not great. Like, it's not perfect. Like, I think there's a little bit of overhead to take into account. Calc predicted duration. What the heck? Let's just call it predict duration. Stop. If not, audio buffer return 0. Otherwise, return let's see. Generate overhead time equals, I think, 1 second. Plus audio buffer duration and constant generate overhead time equals, yeah, maybe it is 1/2 seconds. Why not? Alright, try that, and then maybe set this down a little bit to 95. Wait near end. Except I brought it into 95, so that means it could go out to 96, 97, 98. And what I would like to do is complete percent equals if complete, let's see, return complete percent greater than, yeah, there we go. Let's see if this is a little bit nicer.
You can see it sloshing, but don't worry. I sealed it up good.
See, that was okay. I think my prediction is a little bit behind. Okay, the other thing is I don't have a great way to cancel this thing midway through. But actually I can let it run. It'll finish up on its own time. So for that to work, the on click needs to set a was canceled value. Const was canceled. False. Okay. Set was canceled to false. Okay. Okay, this gets a little tricky because the onComplete will come back in a callback. The way I can fix it is have was canceled be tracked as a separate variable outside of the component scope. Okay. Get rid of that. Was canceled equals false. If not was canceled. Then we call the onComplete. Otherwise, on click was canceled equals true, and then we'll yeah. Okay, so now if I take this over here to finalize, move this in,
You can see it sloshing. Don't worry, I sealed it up good.
cancel. Okay, that should do it. And let's come back to it. Now it's still, kept working, but we just ignored the results of the work. Okay. So let's keep going. Get rid of my console log here. And come back up to the speech table or speech screen. Okay, onComplete. And this is going to pass in blips events. We can say onComplete finalization, and I'm going going to say, let's do finalizing, take WAV key, and finalizing audio buffer, and Lips events, and set modal dialog. Okay. Come over to, I guess, take interactions. Trying to keep my imports alphabetized by the file that they import from. Okay, down here on complete finalization. So I can move this down here. Okay. I guess I will also need spiel name and set revision passed in. Okay. I think this isn't quite right. So if I make the take final, then it's using the old bytes. Okay. I think I have to keep going on this, but offline. Just because I've got an errand to run here in a moment. But I'm like right next to having this done. Like it's just a little bit left to write some functions that handle the persistence a bit differently. Let's just get one more run through of this with everything fixed up here. Okay, so this guy up here doesn't need Set revision. Document name. Okay, so then document name and set revision. Okay, go ahead and import that. Yeah. If we get to that point, it really will have that, but that could be null as well. Not really, not this part of the flow, but as far as the compiler knows, it is possible for it to be null. And that's why it's linting at me. And I don't want that. Okay, now why are you upset? I just said it's not going to be null. Oh, you've got the null, you've got the await. Is that why? Jesus. So do I have to do this? If take web key. Wait, do I have to do that? Stupid, but okay. I just set up above that we were going to check that. Don't get it. I think it has something to do with it being like a iterator function. What happens if I do this? If take web key and audio buffer. There. Okay, so here we need to do use audio buffer and events to generate wave bytes. Save. Let's see. Get final take key based on take web key. So, you know, I can do this. I can do this. Save final take. I can do this. But let's check that so far this works. Okay. Okay, clear this guy. Yeah. 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 It's got all my timings there. Alright, I'm going to be back in just a little tiny bit. Handle one thing, I'll come back. Maybe 15 minutes from now.
Wait, just look away. Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
I've pushed people by accident.
Rather, we not focus on the action.
Look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine. Don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
Go back to normal. Just wait.
I don't want to ruin it for everyone else.
See what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died. You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone
She's one of those
in
types.
the first place. Do we understand?
Wait, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather, we not focus on the action.
Look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine. Don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
Go back to normal. Just wait.
I don't want to ruin it for everyone else.
See what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died. You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. Do we understand?
Wait, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather, we not focus on the action.
Look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine. Don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
Go back to normal. Just wait.
I don't want to ruin it for everyone else.
See what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died. You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. Do we understand?
Wait, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather, we not focus on the action.
Look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine. Don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
Go back to normal. Just wait.
I don't want to ruin it for everyone else.
See what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died. You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. Do we understand?
Wait, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather, we not focus on the action.
Look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine. Don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
Go back to normal. Just wait.
I don't want to ruin it for everyone else.
See what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died. You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. Do we understand?
Wait, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather, we not focus on the action.
Look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine. Don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
Go back to normal. Just wait.
I don't want to ruin it for everyone else.
She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
In the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Why don't we not focus on her
That's a
actions?
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other girl and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy?
died.
you should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those
In
types.
the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Why don't we not focus on her
That's a
actions?
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other girl and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy?
died.
you should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
In the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Why don't we not focus on her
That's a
actions?
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other girl and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy?
died.
you should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
In the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Why don't we not focus on her
That's a
actions?
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other girl and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy?
died.
you should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
In the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Why don't we not focus on her
That's a
actions?
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other girl and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy?
died.
you should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
In the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Why don't we not focus on her
That's a
actions?
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else. pushy.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on
The
reactions.
bad look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait.
They want to ruin it for everyone else.
send the other car and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on
The
reactions.
bad look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait.
They want to ruin it for everyone else.
send the other car and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on
The
reactions.
bad look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait.
They want to ruin it for everyone else.
send the other car and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on
The
reactions.
bad look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait.
They want to ruin it for everyone else.
send the other car and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on
The
reactions.
bad look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait.
They want to ruin it for everyone else.
send the other car and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those types.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on
The
reactions.
bad look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Let's end the other call and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the hall.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on the
Back to
actions.
back look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
What?
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Let's end the other call and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the hall.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on the
Back to
actions.
back look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
What?
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Let's end the other call and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the hall.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on the
Back to
actions.
back look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
What?
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Let's end the other call and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the hall.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on the
Back to
actions.
back look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
What?
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Let's end the other call and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the hall.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on the
Back to
actions.
back look, he's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
What?
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Let's end the other call and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the hall.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
Violet, I've pushed people by accident.
I don't mean to focus on their
That's a
actions.
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Like,
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
I
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
let's have the other call and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy?
died.
You should be more
Can we
free.
get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clean up.
She pushed someone
She's one of those types.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter.
I pushed people by accident.
All right. Little bit left. Okay. So we generate the audio buffer and events. Okay, so that's going to come from SL Web Audio. WAV-util. Alright, what are the WAV cues? Label and position, got it. So let's go to SO Web. Okay, yeah, okay. WAV queue, and then what's that one? WAV-util. Audio buffer and cues to wave bytes. Okay. Back to Wisp. Wrong import. Lips events to WAV cues, and then we're gonna do yep. And let's see if you can get it. Yeah, so far so good. You're confused. You don't know what the structure is. By you, I mean Copilot. But yeah, that and then that. Okay. Time. Hold on. Okay, label and position. Label. So that Visor. Yeah. Could do the phoneme. Visime really, like if I just get a good code for the Visime, that's not a bad way to do it. Alright, just for now, let's do the phoneme. Then let's do position. Yeah, then start time, and that's going to be in milliseconds. So what did I output over here? That's seconds. I can tell that's seconds. Okay. Lips event start time. Times 1,000. Although, it doesn't seem to be the actual. Okay, get time times 1,000. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, so then we generate the wave bytes. Const wave bytes equals. Yep. Okay, then I need something. This make take final. I need to get the key without doing the make take final. So let's go to persistence. Look under speech. Okay, just export this guy. Okay, key bytes. That should be it. Let's just do an await on this. Just wonder, couldn't I just do this? Yeah, isn't that exactly the same thing? I don't know why that didn't work before. Not sure why. Okay. That should do it. I feel like I should step through this. But that should do it. So let's step through it. Wisp, source, speech screen, interactions, take interactions, and then where is it? On complete finalization. Okay, we'll break point there. And then let's take this guy.
You can see it sloshing, but don't worry, I sealed it up good. You can see it sloshing, don't worry, I sealed it up good.
Okay, we'll finalize it. And then set this here. Okay, test.
You can see it sloshing, don't worry, I sealed it up good.
Okay, then we go to the next screen. I'll generate the lip sync animation. Okay, now we're paused. Okay, so we got our take wave key. Let's see what got passed in. Lips events. Yeah, lips events are populated. Got Visemes there. Okay, and then audio buffer is set. Okay, 3 seconds about. Okay, now let's generate the wave bytes. Yeah, what do they look like? Healthy. Okay. Final WAV key. Yep, that's good. Save the take bytes. Update the table. And that's it. Alright, so if I play this guy, nothing. Okay, so there's a bug there to fix, but I'm gonna have to come back to it.
You can see it sloshing, don't worry, I sealed it up good.
Alright, so there's some bug here with what got stored, and I'm gonna have to come back to it. So I've got an errand to run this afternoon. But let's see if the value is in the database at least. Yeah, there's the final. Yeah. Okay. So maybe the wave bytes or something off with them, or some other issue. Ooh. You don't like that I stored cues inside. You don't like that I stored cues inside the WAV file when you tried to load it back in. That's going back to the bug. That's going back to the bug. Okay. Alright. There's a bug in WAV file. Alright, stop the stream.